All right, back. We had Evan taken care of, so this isn't a show anymore. We took over again.
Yep.
We fired everybody. It's a hostile takeover. So welcome to Ants, everybody.
Viva la revolution!
It's just the fattest hostile takeover I think I've ever met in my life. With me as always is the partner in crime, Mr. Justin Jablonski.
Heyo.
And we also have the special stream tonight. What was the special stream tonight?
It is 90s night.
It is indeed 90s night. Um, I can't wait, dude. It is great. So a little bit of context. This stall started with we were just chilling one night after the show. I don't know why my dog's freaking out, but we were chilling one night after the show, and we just got on this huge nostalgia trip, and the next thing we know, this whole stream just got planned out.
Yeah, so you get to hear for the youngins, you get to hear two old men bitching about and talking about 90s and the childhood.
And why things suck right now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 90s stream. Oh my god, this is going to be very, very fun. I can't wait. I don't even know where to start, man. This is just there's so much. Cause we went on, what was it? We started off with talking about how N.T.S had a track on the Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
And then we went to like.
Or it was Aaron Carter. I think it was Aaron Carter.
It was Aaron Carter. Yeah, we started off with Aaron Carter, and then Evan was like, "Hey, we have this Yu-Gi-Oh 90s, yeah." And then really, everyone's like, "Hey," and Sync had a track, and then we just went through this whole like line of I don't even know. We just went down this whole barrel of nostalgia trip. It is indeed a very powerful drug, ladies and gentlemen.
It truly is. And while I was at Target yesterday, not yesterday, a few days ago, I came across what they call a 90s time capsule.
Ooh, okay.
And I looked at a unboxing video because it was $25 and I didn't feel the obligation to buy any of it.
Yeah.
And what was in it was playing cards that looked like the Windows 95 Solitaire.
Oh wow.
A fanny pack, a slap bracelet, a ceramic cup that looked like the old water cups.
Yeah.
Um, like press-on tattoos, like mundane stuff. I think it had a fanny pack in it too.
I think I got I see the picture of the slap bracelet, some hair clips, the solitaire cards, the fanny pack, the 90s cup, the press-on tattoos. It looks like some stickers too.
Yeah, there's some stickers in there, and there's one that's "Be Kind, Rewind."
That's awesome, man. That $25, it's not bad for like a nice little gimmick gift.
I'll wait until they have it on clearance to go down to 13, then I'll buy it.
Probably like Black Friday, I would assume.
Oh, Black Friday probably.
They'll just have like this huge sale on it.
Though I'm more of a Cyber Monday person because I'm lazy, and on top of that, I'm not a huge fan of droving crowds like that.
Yeah, well, Cyber Monday, so you can't get stomped on either.
Yeah.
Hello, Yellow. Wait, did Evan not change the stream title from last week? No, he just. Okay, now we're good.
Alright.
Yeah, it's not bad though. $25, but definitely probably more feasible to wait until it's like 13, maybe even $12.
It's like, it's not. Like, if you're hell bent on getting something like that, $25 isn't bad.
No, yeah, you can
But
totally.
But for me that likes trying to find worth in it, it's more like a $15 to $20 item.
Yeah, instant pad message. Wow, dude, like I forgot all about these slap bracelets.
I used to love those things. I think they banned them at my elementary school when I was a kid.
I think so too, because we used to whip the crap out of each other with them. Like you're walking down a hallway, so unsuspected. All you hear is just cracking, and you're like, ah, no,
motherfucker.
And then you'd have to go after that person. It was just all day long, just a huge slap bracelet war.
Yeah, we actually, when I was a little kid, at my school, one of the teachers would howl every Friday. Kind of like just lighten up the mood, bring it happy, all that.
Yeah.
He later became my fourth grade teacher, which, funny enough, was my mother's fourth grade teacher. And when I walked in on my first day, without saying my mother's name, was like, "Oh, you're your mom's kid, right?" "Yeah." "Oh God, another one."
Yeah, dude. I remember my elementary school. We banned tech decks because we got tired of trying to do tricks. So we would just launch them across the cafeteria. And the teacher's like, "No
Oh,
more
yeah.
tech decks," and we're like, "No, we're sorry. We'll stop launching them." And then someone else would just launch one.
There was actually a Pokemon card ban for my elementary school because like people stealing them and all that was on the rise.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like I'm wheeling and dealing from like behind the teachers' backs.
Yeah. I don't think we
I
had
was
a.
a sneaky little shit.
I don't think we had a ban. I think we just had like you can only do it at recess. Like once like especially like when we had indoor recess during like rainy days, they were like, you guys can bring your Pokemon cards because we're not just gonna have you guys sit here staring at walls all day. Your kids, you're gonna be bouncing off the walls. So bring your Pokemon cards and bring your tech decks.
Yeah. So how many of us actually just got them because they were collectibles?
Yeah. And Princess
Because they
Lovebright
just
also
look cool.
says, "Hello, do some right," because it's Lovebright. Hello, Princess Lovebright. Sorry, we're on a nostalgic trip. So the whole theme of the stream is that two old men are going to be complaining about why today sucks and why the 90s were better.
Yeah. But anyways, shit. Yeah, there was an outright ban when I was a kid. Because most like how kids have their backpacks full of books and all that.
Yeah.
My most of my book bag was taken up by my binder of Pokemon cards.
I think that was every kid. Remember those old Scholastic school sales?
Oh yeah,
And they used to have the fruity racers?
Yep. I used to go to those even though I couldn't get jack shit. Like I think I got like one or two books in the history that I was able to get them.
I remember we had one in middle school, and for some reason, they had the Kingdom Hearts manga. I don't know why, but it was just like in there, and everyone was like, "That's so weird." I think Evan picked up one, and my friend picked up the other one.
For me, it was I think it was one of the Bionicle books.
Yeah, I think we had those too.
Jace, come here.
And then I remember we got in so much trouble with those fruity racers because we used to just ramp them down the chairs and let them roll, and we'd build little tracks for them. Yeah, we got in so much trouble. It was awful.
I was in a special ed school, so I got away with a whole bunch of crap.
Yeah, we got in trouble for a lot of stuff. We got our first caller. Derpy's
really?
best pony, yeah.
Okay.
Drag him on in. Hey, Derpy, what's going on?
Not much.
Welcome to the totally retro 90s takeover stream.
What is a VHS?
What is a VHS?
Oh,
I know what it
youngin.
is.
He's a young.
I know what it is.
Oh,
I used to have
okay.
Pokemon VHS tapes.
Oh, I got a VHS.
Had to get rid of them.
I got VHS tapes of N64 games.
Me, Mario.
I have so many VHS tapes. It's ridiculous.
I got rid of a whole bunch of them when I was younger, so now I'm like trying to either find
Sorry.
replacements or
About
actual
that,
VHSs.
It's cool.
I had to
I have
talk to somebody.
I have Pokemon. I have like a lot of the Pokemon ones.
I got
Yeah.
Sega Genesis games.
Poor Evan. I heard he's actually kicked out from the series. Yeah, we fired him. We completely got rid of him. You know,
Yeah, we told
owns
we
him
told
now.
them that we're better.
Disney is his home now.
yeah, we kicked him out. We just told him nope, never come back. We completely fired him. I hope he's watching so I can just get the rage back from him. What do you mean?
What do you mean I'm fired? I own you.
Oh man, that dude, it would just be so funny. Snow glitter, dude. I remember glitter back in the 90s. It was just everywhere.
Oh my god, it was on everywhere and everything.
Dude,
The 90s was messed up.
the 90s were awesome. The thing I hated about glitter was when you like knocked it over. That was it, man. It was done. You were vacuuming glitter for like a month.
Yeah. My
No, it'll be you'll be vacuuming for a year.
Yeah.
this is glitter related, but not exactly 90s related. But when I was with my first girlfriend, she had a can of spray glitter.
Oh,
no.
Evan's hell. Evan.
She sprayed it on me. I'm like, "What'd you do? Spray it with Edward Cullen's jizz?"
What do you mean I'm fired? I own both you. I mean, if you want.
what?
I knew
know
it.
you
I
said.
knew he was watching. I knew
I
it.
told it.
I knew
you
it.
said.
You sneaky
What you mean
bastard. I
I'm
knew it.
what?
I own
What did he
both
say?
you.
He says.
Called it.
He says, "What do you mean I'm fired? I own both you. I mean, if you want."
Called it.
Oh,
man.
kinky.
Right.
Called it.
But Evan will be back next week, guys.
Yeah, he'll be back next week, and
Evan,
next week's show is going to be all about conventions.
Ew.
So
Hey, Derpy, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. You're fired, Evan.
we love you, Dad.
What do you mean? I knew he was in here watching it. That's exactly why I said it.
Of course.
I'll be back next week, guys. Thanks for saying hi to me at BronyCon. In the meantime, enjoy these two. There's nothing to enjoy about me.
We're just two grumpy old men.
Yeah, that's just the grumpy old men that live in the 90s.
I forgot, how old is Evan?
He's 20. Evan, how old are you? I don't even. 26? 7? 27, I think? I know we were in the same grade, but he was in 93 and I'm 92, so it's kind of...
Oh, he's younger than me then. He's as old as my recent ex, yeah.
Yeah, so...
He's like 20, he's like 25, 26.
What do you mean?
So yeah, I'm older than him.
I think Evan might be the youngest one out of all of us.
Yeah, because I'm turning 28 in like 2 weeks. No, like 2 weeks in a day.
I'm turning... How old am I? Evan, how old am I? You own me. You should know this. 26? Am I 26? Hi, welcome to the Bad at Math stream with me, Silence.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'll be
anyways.
turning 28. Wait, 27 this year. Yeah. Like, oh my god, I'm getting so old.
Yeah, I'm already hitting my. I'm gonna be hitting my late 20s in 2 weeks. So.
What do you mean I'm 43? Hey, Courtney says hello. Hey, Courtney, how you doing?
Hey, Courtney.
I have to fly down to Florida and beat the correct age into your boyfriend. Oh man, dude. Yeah, but yeah, back to glitter, man. It's just like I love how you could knock over glitter in your bedroom, and then like a month later, you just see glitter all over your living room. Be like, dude, how
the fuck did it get in there?
I'm telling you, man, glitter's alive. Glitter
It
is
is.
alive. You touch Evan, you're getting shanked. I mean, in what way am I touching Evan? I want that specified. Are you reading this? Yeah, we're reading you, Princess Love Bright. So this is what happens when you get into a nostalgia-filled trip. You just kind of, you get lost.
Yeah.
You get lost. You get absolutely lost.
Yeah, I've been just looking over some stuff, and since I write about the 90s and all that, I'm like, when we were first talking about it, it's like, shit, this is in my wheelhouse.
I know. Call you Bright for short. Okay, Bright. Love Bright. All right, we'll call you Love Bright for short. Speaking of all that, which actually made a return.
Yeah, I actually watched the reboot not too long ago. It's in good hands. They got me to laugh.
That's actually really rare because today's comedy's kind of weird.
Well, remember they got alumni working on the show.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite skits from the new one is the Murray Curry skit.
I'm gonna have to give it a watch over because I need something to do on a 13-hour flight.
I haven't been able to find full episodes other than the first one, but the official YouTube has clips. They got music performances, old and new. That's where all the music performances for the old episodes that re-aired have gone to is the YouTube channel.
I think the chat's about to get weird.
Why?
Well, Courtney says, "Am I the only one who wants Legends of the Hidden Temple to return?" No, I do too. I loved that show. And then Lovebright says, "Hey, you want to know what me and Evan did together?" Welcome to the Juicy Chat podcast. We're gonna watch this one pop off from over here. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Legends of the Hidden Temple is an awesome show, dude.
It was.
You got kids to learn and compete athletically.
Even though I think some of the shit was actually made up, or if not all of it.
You think so?
I think a good chunk of it was. Except for like the more modern stuff. Like you could say Amelia Earhart, the Wright brothers, stuff like that. Yeah, you can say that's most likely happened. But like the ancient shit, yeah, I kind of had to take a grain of salt and a bullshit alarm.
Yeah, I guess they were trying to, how can we keep kids entertained while making it seem educational, while, not while also adding a athletic, aspect to it. Most of the Legends of the Hidden Temple were fake, though Johnny Appleseed was real, except for his pot hat that being lost. See, I kind of feel like it was fake, but it was still a really fun show. You know what? I actually kind of miss Guts.
I've heard they tried bringing that back so many times before they just gave up.
Okay, Love Bright, come back quick. Yeah, I think I know there was a Nickelodeon show called Sanjay and Craig, and they like made like a parody spoof, like the I think it was Mo or whoever, and the other guy came back in. Now John's FaceTiming me. What's poppin', boss? You're in the wrong chat. Yeah, go to the public thing so I can drag you in. There you go. There you go.
Hey.
Hey, there we go.
There he goes. Attaboy. Alright, we were talking about getting in trouble for throwing erasers shaped like fruit at each other.
Wait, when was this?
In elementary school. Not you and me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's our totally 90s retro takeover, dude.
Oh, wow. Well, shit.
We were talking about getting tech decks banned for launching them across lunchrooms and Pokemon card dealings.
I had Yu-Gi-Oh card dealings.
Yeah, I used to play that.
Yeah.
See, like Pokemon was so casual. Then, like when it got to Yu-Gi-Oh, for some reason, like it got real. I mean, it got really real.
Oh yeah.
It was
my
personal.
God.
We're Evan's slaves. Global Guts. Yeah, then we talked about Legends of the Hidden Temples coming back. Guts failing.
Guts needs to come back.
Well, we were just
comeback.
Yeah, we were talking about like how all their comebacks almost have failed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Double Dare came back, and that's been staying for a while.
Yep.
Before we dive deeper into this, I do want to get into some news this week pertaining a very famous streamer.
Oh yeah.
Ninja made the jump from Twitch to Mixer out of nowhere, man.
They probably picked him over on something.
Well, the funny part is if you go to Ninja's Twitch page, his check mark is gone. And to preface this for nobody that knows, Ninja's one of the very first people to get their sub button on Twitch back when it was like Justin TV in 2012. So
Yeah.
he's been with the site for many years, and the fact that he made the jump over it's nuts.
Well,
I wonder if
Yeah.
he said this reason yet, or
He said he had put a little press video out that was like, oh, it's just time for a change of scenery and whatever, yada yada yada. I know that he signed a contract and he's pretty much salary now, so he doesn't have to worry about just playing Fortnite or he can play whatever he wants and the view counts and the subs don't matter at this point.
mm-hmm.
nice.
And his first day, which was Friday, he was streaming at Lollapalooza. He had 80,000 people in chat, which I think is the most Mixer's ever seen. Today was 24,000.
Wow.
Nice.
So he's bringing numbers to Mixer. You know what? I kind of hated the guy, but I also respect the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
No,
good for him.
I never understood his inclusion in YouTube Rewind. I never understood it.
I think it's because he's just like his YouTube channel counts for some reason because he was the most popular anything in the world. Like he was actually, what's up, Love Bright? Welcome back. He actually was like a really huge star. So it's like, I mean, every day on Twitch, 100,000 people were in his chat in 2017. So YouTube's like, we kind of want to capitalize in on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy that Ninja made the jump. It's insane.
It is.
But gotta follow that money sometimes, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The one thing was I was reading over Mixer's TOS, and a lot of Twitch streamers, and even I do it, are complaining about Twitch TOS because there's so many gray areas. Mixer's like, look, this is what you can wear, this is what you can't wear. Girls can't be shirtless, guys can't be shirtless. Your breastbone can't be shown for male or female. You can't be naked with a robe. You can't just have a robe flying open and your junk's all flying around. Like, they have a very nice and detailed description of what their TOS is, and I enjoy that. You're like Evan, nice and friendly and cool. See, John, somebody thinks I'm cool.
I never said you weren't cool, man.
I know. I was just making a little banter.
Banter, 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 banter.
But yeah, that's crazy about Ninja. I don't think, was there really anything else other in the news this week?
Not really. That isn't like major, or at least stuff that we usually talk about stream wise. That I didn't think of.
Yeah, so it's just yeah, because the other thing's kind of like political news. I really can't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like based on politics. It was just CNN kind of handed out a copyright strike on some streamers who were watching the Democratic debates, and they received like a 24-hour ban. But there's nothing noteworthy other than Ninja. So let's go back to the 90s, boys.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I have some recent news that pertains to something that came out originally in the 90s.
Oh.
So, in video gaming news, Crash Team Racing Back in Time event started up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They've been doing those events, like everything's free, and it's just like free DLC just for playing the game, which I think is a direction a lot of games need to start going toward.
Let's not forget who's the overhead on Crash Bandicoot. So I applaud them for doing that.
Yep.
Activision giving out free DLC.
Aren't they doing that with Call of Duty, too?
Yeah, I think that's good for them, man. Yeah, it's something like that is needed.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I don't know if that question's directed to the streamer or to chat.
For what?
What Love Bright says. She said, "Hey, is there any time to find a voice actress and the cutie mark for a princess?" I'm gonna go ahead and say
That's right to the chat.
Yeah, that's probably the chat. But yeah, boys, we're going back to the 90s. Funky tie-dye T-shirts, cool cups, which I kind of missed them now.
And Powerline.
And Powerline. Still waiting for that man's album to drop.
I will wait until the end of time.
Me too. Dude, that movie's such a treasure. I think that was my first movie as a kid.
Mine, it was Toy Story.
Let me see something.
Though
Goofy.
it took me years and years before I actually started watching the Goofy movie.
Goofy movie was definitely one of
95.
my first movies I watched, but yeah, never
Yeah,
really. I can't remember my first movie.
Yeah, there's a tradition along with my family, with my mother and I. When a new Toy Story film comes out, we watch it,
Nice.
and we try to watch movies together. She wanted to go see Avengers Endgame. I got a bit too antsy and saw it myself.
That's a big one.
And she was like, she knew that it was going to be hard for her to actually see it. But she was like, you better not watch Toy Story 4 without me. Like, I don't plan on watching it without you, so he's cool.
He's cool. Yeah, when she said that, you should have said, of course I wouldn't go without you, because it has to be perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
She wouldn't get that, but
But am I the only one that remembers for some reason when you drank out of those... Oh, there goes my dog. Am I the only ones that remember, like, when you drank out of those cups in the 90s, for some reason there was, like, a weird waxy aftertaste?
which cups?
The ones with the blue lines?
Oh, the water cups.
Yeah, the water
Yeah.
cups.
Yeah. There was always that waxy aftertaste.
Yep.
But we
I
never
remember that.
complained. We just drank out of them and ran.
Now they're just a meme.
Well, no, apparently you could buy a whole pack of them off of Amazon now.
Hey, good.
Literally, all you have to do is look up 90s cup and it'll come in. Oh,
Wait a
dude.
sec.
I should have ordered one for the stream and dropped some off at your house, John, so we could have been drinking out of them.
That would have been awesome.
And I got like my metal rainbow cup from Comic-Con.
Yeah, that sounds like an awesome con you went to.
It was nice. Find out more next week.
Oh, that was the other news. That's what I remember. If you're in the Philadelphia area and you want to come to Keystone Comic Con, make sure you come to meet Spider-Man. Tom Holland's gonna be there.
Maybe he'll spoil the next Spider-Man movie.
Dude, that's what I kind of hope. I kind of want to get the next Spider-Man movie out of him. Just go in before the movie. Go, hey guys, guess what happens? I met Tom Holland. No, but it's funny because I was watching this thing that was like 15 ridiculous things that Marvel actors have to do.
Yeah.
And they were like, Tom Holland always has to have somebody with him when he's being interviewed.
Like him and what's his name that plays the Hulk?
Oh,
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, yeah.
Yeah, they always had to have a Marvel representative just stares at both of them. It just goes thumb across neck.
All right, Derby's best buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Evan will be coming around the mountain when he comes, and John will die on stream, apparently.
This is my one death per stream.
Per stream.
Everyone gets.
Wait, Evan's not here to resurrect you this time.
Yep.
Nope, I'm alive. False alarm.
Damn it.
Iced tea went down the wrong pipe.
Sorry,
Spaghetti's
guys.
good, though.
No gore or brutality. Did you use wheat noodles?
Mm-mm.
My God, what are you doing? Wheat noodles are like the best noodles.
You said iced tea, right?
Yeah.
Talking sweet or unsweet?
Green.
Okay, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Green tea, bud. Went down the wrong pipe.
Well, I can't have that shit anyway, so.
Ah.
Why are you just staring at the door and growling?
But anyways, yeah, with Halloween coming up,
Yeah.
who remembers the McDonald's pills?
Oh my God. Yeah, I do. I do. I think It probably got thrown out years ago, it's at my grandmother's house. But I might have one somewhere around.
Yeah. Mine are probably all gone. What was it also?
Remember how good McDonald's was in the 90s?
Oh yeah,
Oh my god, dude.
their fries were the best.
I know. Dude, you know what? Speaking of fast food in the 90s, I remember when the Pokemon first movie came out and Burger King's
Yep.
like, hey, you want kids, you want to come eat at Burger King? Because look what we got. I was there every day, dude, getting Burger King. I knew I was probably going to end my life early, but you know what? I didn't care because I wanted all those golden Pokemon cards.
I actually, okay. As I was an idiot when I was younger. I gave them to my sister. Can you take a wild guess what happened?
They got Thanos snapped out of existence.
Yeah, they got destroyed.
Oh,
I managed to save a couple of the actual gold coins. The Pokeballs were duds. So what I'm wanting to do is, over time, I'm going to get the Pokeballs with the gold coins in them. They're like in actual good condition. I almost got the Togepi one at Comic-Con. What changed my mind was that the dude wanted like 40 fucking bucks for it.
oh yeah. Well, I mean that's not bad because if you look online, they're like $100.
No, not really. I've seen some for like 20, 25, 30 at the
Nice.
most. Though they're like the single ones, not the whole set. That's like the whole sets are around that price. But
I think
like
we're
if I
getting-
go, okay, I can get one here, I can get one here. Yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly. I think we're getting the Evan fan fiction written in chat. Evan went down the wrong Mario pipe and fell through the ceiling, and right on the guy. I don't know the middle. What guy did he fall on? Why do I? If Mario pipes were real, why do I envision that happening to Evan? Actually, just going down the raw pipe and just like falling on some dude.
All I gotta say is I just sent a meme to the stream chat room on Discord, so if anyone wants to check that out.
Oh boy. No, I see Evan. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. What? Oh my god. Weirdo.
Man, I'm on my Facebook and I see that shit. I think it's funny as hell.
It is. Dude, oh my god. It's like every day I was at Burger King, dude. Burger King, was this a fever dream? Does anybody else remember like the Shack meal at Burger King?
I think so. I can do a real quick research.
Like you got like I remember like there was like, this is how bad it is, chat. You had this little packet of like powdered cheese, and you'd
Oh,
open
the
it up
shake
and-
'em ups.
Yeah, the shake 'em ups. You would
ups.
shake 'em on the fries, dude. I don't even know
Yeah,
what
Brady
that
had to
crap
pay.
was.
It was so good. I wish that I kind of wish they still kept them around, just having me like the regular spices or whatnot.
I know.
They released them twice. They released them one with the cheese, and the other was like some sort of spice mix.
I think Love Bright was about to do a trick, and then it didn't work out. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, it was like the Shack meal, I think it was called or something. It was nuts.
The Shack Pack. I
The
looked it
Shack
up.
Pack. Yeah, dude, it had the shake 'em ups in it, dude. It was like this powdered cheese, dude. Nobody even knew what the stuff was.
Shack says don't worry about it. It's delicious. Just eat it. That's what the Shack does.
Dude, no, you're right though, Justin. I think they should have just kept that as like the normal spices. Like imagine
Yeah, that was from 2002.
that was yeah.
Okay,
Okay, whoops.
okay.
I'm out of the 90s. Whoops.
This is your fact of the day.
Okay.
So, you know how when you Google search something now it says people also ask?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Question here is, how many Burger Kings does Chris Brown own?
What?
Chris Brown owns 14 Burger Kings, but Magic Johnson has 30.
Why does Chris Brown own a Burger King, dude? What? Dude, what? I'm gonna show everybody a picture of this. Let me see. Look
Wait,
at
wait,
that,
wait.
Chad.
I'm on the website. Holy shit. Let's see. Fat Burger owner
Oh,
Kanye
okay, well,
West.
right.
Kanye West until 2010 owned 10 Fat Burgers. Since 2010 he's owned 10 Fat Burgers. However, one of them went under this year. Let's see. Rick Ross owns 9 Wingstops.
You know what? I don't even want to know. It's like some weird gluttonous like. That's just weird, man.
Dude, Jimmy Buffett owns several Krispy Kremes.
Wait, doesn't Jimmy Buffett also own Cheeseburger in
Margaritaville?
Paradise in Margaritaville?
Yes. Jamba Juice owner Venus Williams.
Really?
5 Jamba Juices.
Huh. Jamba Juice is so good.
30 Burger Kings out of Magic Johnson. And he
Okay.
previously owned 100 Starbucks, but then sold them for $27 million.
Oh wait, Love Bro, you want us to watch the trailer? I guess we could put that up. This is Evan's
What?
stream. The trailer for
Oh
the
my
Mr.
God.
Bernie thing.
This is so funny.
For what?
The trailer that I think Evan dropped Saturday. You know, we'll put that up towards the end of the stream. We'll get everybody to watch it.
Yeah.
She says wait, but dude, like fast food was ridiculously good in the '90s.
I
I love
got 2 more on this list, and Chuan, you'll like this one. Hank
What?
Aaron is
Yeah.
on this list. He has 24 Popeyes chickens,
Okay.
5 Church's chickens,
Okay.
and 2 Krispy Kreme shops.
That's weird.
And then this is an obvious one.
Oh, the season 5 trailer. Okay.
Papa John's owner Peyton Manning.
Not
21
shocked.
of them.
Not shocked at all.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Actually, that's written here.
Dude, I remember vividly. I don't know why I always can vividly remember this night, but I remember going to see the first Pokemon movie.
Same.
And for some reason, I just had this vivid memory of just children running up and down the aisles of the movie theater, freaking out. I was like, dude, what is happening? Like, I'm excited too, but I'm trying to chill. Then you got those Mew cards. I still have that.
I found them online.
I did not go to a Mew card showing.
I did. I had like 3 of them because I went with my mom and grandma.
Nice.
You found them online?
I don't know. Yeah, they're selling them online. Someone that I found I met at a card shop in town actually had a whole bunch of them.
Oh wow.
I'm like, I think he had the whole set. I'm like, dude, you lucky bastard.
Yeah,
It's like they're dirt cheap online. They're like $5 at the most.
I loved it because like I started freaking out because I thought my card was like ripping apart, and they're like, "Oh no, it's a sticker." I was like, "What?" So I just made sure it was always protected. That was so cool though.
It was. And I liked with Detective Pikachu, you actually got cards.
Yeah, I forgot to see that.
It's good.
I can't wait for it to come out on DVD, but we'll see if I see it on DVD.
We got a scavenger hunt. And QDV2 says, "What's up, bro? What's up?" QDV.
How you doing, man?
Welcome to the '90s takeover.
Question of the night: should I go get more spaghetti?
No.
It depends who will touch your spaghetti.
Somebody touching my spaghetti.
I mean, if I don't get more, someone might touch my spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably go get more then.
I shall, and I will only be like a minute.
I remember we had this fun center over in Delaware called Funscape.
Yes, that's right.
Oh my god! I thought I was the only one that knew about that.
Dude, yeah, I found
Text.
I have
There was one in Rochester outside of Eastview Mall.
Oh really? Yeah, we had one in Delaware. It turned into like a Target, and like one half of it turned into a Target, the other half of it like is still empty. It's still there. Like, you can go up to the door and see inside and see a lot of the stuff. And then the movie theater
Yeah.
became separate.
Dude, the one half turned into Regal, the other half
Yeah.
still empty.
Yeah, the one half turned into the movie theater. The other half is like still empty, and you can
Yeah.
walk up to the door and still look in and see some stuff, like the carpeting.
It shared the building with a movie theater.
Yeah.
And I used to go there on Easter's with my grandmother because her work would do egg hunts there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
It had like mini golf. We had the virtual reality rides there, the motion ones. Oh my
Oh
god!
my god, dude.
Arcade games.
The arcade games.
Playgrounds and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there was the Discovery Zone was like in 2 towns over.
Nice.
I'm doing
All right,
good.
I'm gonna
Just
go get
watching
the
Triple Threat.
BRB getting the spaghetti.
Yeah, no, I found a coin. I had like a token from them, and I found one. It's like in my drawer, and I flipped it over, and it says operated by Namco. I was like, Namco. Where did he go? He's over there. What are you freaking out for, dog? Dude, I thought I was the only one that like remembered that place other than John. I thought like that place was so fun.
It was.
It had like this huge jungle gym in the middle of the place. It was like gigantic. It was like the size of the place almost.
I mean, people keep saying, "Oh, bring them back, bring them back." First thing that comes to mind. No, don't bring them back. You know why? Because most people get their asses stuck inside the thing.
Exactly.
Because you know who would go there.
All the adults, dude, totally.
It's like, yeah, their asses are going to get stuck inside the freaking tubes of the play place. I'm like,
you'd have to like grease all the tubes.
I'll go for the games, but I'm just going to sit and drink beer and watch people get their asses stuck.
Could you imagine having a job where you actually have to go through and grease all the tubes for that place so the adults can slide through?
Well, I worked for like a week at a Dave and Buster's sort of place.
We have
God. That shit was insane.
We have something similar to that called Round One up here, where it's almost like the same thing. It has like bowling, arcade games, ping pong, pool, Japanese and American karaoke. It's like it's modeled after like a Japanese arcade, so it's really cool. Scavenger hunt. Find a blue alcorn wearing a star cape, red flower, and its tail. I don't think that'd be hard to do. So we're gonna rise to the challenge. I'm gonna do it later on the night after the stream, and then I'll pop in next week in the middle of a plane ride and tell you guys if I found it or not.
Right.
Yeah, we have something similar at the. Actually, you know what? You're not wrong. I'd pay a lot of money just to watch like these like 20 and 30-year-olds just getting stuck inside of playpens.
Yeah, like late 20s, early 30s, early 40s. Motherfuckers just get caught and stuck.
Fire department keeps coming out with the chainsaw.
Damn it, not this place again. Then they have a separate division that just sits right there.
They have to hire their own special ops team just to get people unstuck.
All I gotta say is spaghetti acquired.
Good.
Dude, no, that would be amazing though if they did like an adult fun center. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
It's Funscape for the adults. Wait, you know what? Adult fun center sounds kind of dirty.
I think Funscape for adults would actually be panned out a lot better than like say Discovery Zone for adults.
Yeah, definitely.
Because at least with Funscape you had mini golf, you had other shit to do.
Well, I mean, you have places like Round 1 and Main Event now.
Yeah.
Main Event, that's where I worked.
I'm sorry, Love Brett. I don't think she heard me reading the thing. I said I was gonna look for it after the stream. Because we kind of have a lot of stuff fleshed out for this week, and then I'll pop in next week and I will tell you if I found it or not. While my dog stares at the door barking for some reason. But yeah, I was telling them, John, that we have like Round 1 and places like that, but
nothing with a play place.
Nothing with a play place for adults, dude. Not in the filthy way.
Yeah.
Because of
Because
aforementioned.
the ball pit would be nasty as hell.
Oh my god, dude! Just sweaty neckbeards in the ball pit. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
It's like I'm part of the nostalgia. I'm part of the what's essentially called the nostalgia fandom. Even I think some of this shit shouldn't come back.
You know, I agree because I do like the whole when you see it, take a picture of it. All right, and I'll post it in the Discord. Yeah, because I agree with that. Some things were just they worked better back then.
Yeah, because we didn't have the technology boom.
Exactly, and now things are different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out what's wrong with this dog. It's acting weird. Why are you staring at me barking at the wall?
My cat's just kind of tripping out right now on my bed. Guess she
Give it
found some
alcohol?
catnip. Catnip.
Mine's just sleeping. He's chilling out. He's got his belly up in the air.
I wish I had cats. No, I picked a dog. The mistakes were made. No, I can't.
Oh,
I can't have cats.
there was actually a sugar glider at like a sugar glider vendor at the convention,
That's
and
odd.
he brought them out too. And I'm like, oh my god, I want one so bad because that's like one of my dream pets. But they're expensive to take care of. But it's like shit.
Yeah, but I heard they're like really chill little dudes once you're like get used to taking care of them.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, other places that people say that should make a comeback. Fye.
We have one near us.
Did yours have an arcade?
No.
What?
When I was a little kid at the mall that I used to go to, we had Fye, and connected to it was the Fye arcade. So every time that my mom went to the mall and had to go do stuff with, like going looking at clothes and all that, she dropped me off over at the arcade.
See, our arcade was like down. It was like this little hole in the wall, like down, like all the way at the end of the mall that nobody went to because the J.C. Penney was dying. You know what I'm talking about, John.
Yep.
Actually, no.
Because I was there all the time.
Fye was right across from it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like right next to Fye, but it was not an Fye arcade.
Yeah, it was like
It was just somewhere where
Aladdin's.
all the people working there were getting high.
They
Yep.
were. But we have this other cool place. Oh, go ahead.
No, keep going. I was gonna go to a different store.
We had this other cool place. This isn't 90s related, but it was this like LAN center we had called Virtual Rush where you kind of hung out and played video games. And then we were all realizing like, wait, we all have these consoles at home. Why are we hanging out here? The place moved and then went under.
Yeah. Also, the WB store.
Hey.
Oh, dude, yeah. That I have very, very vague memories of that store. Because we only had one. The closest one to us was in Atlantic City.
Mhm.
So, like, I can only remember going inside of, like, Marvin the Martian spaceship. I can't remember anything else
I can't
about the
remember
store
that
but
one.
that.
There was Marvin the Martian spaceship, and you had the giant Looney Tunes characters up front,
Yeah.
and that was it to remember of that one. Then there's also the Disney store, which I still remember to this goddamn day.
Every time I go to one of our malls, I just walk past and look at it and go, I spent so much time in there as a kid. Why?
Yeah.
Speaking
No,
of,
as a
God,
huh?
I got a random crazy story to tell.
Go ahead.
So this is again something not 90s related. Sorry to digress, but we were down in Atlantic City, right? Because we were trying to find the WB store. Actually, I just let him do his own thing, Yuki. My one dog's mad at the other dog because he's doing his own thing. And we found the store, right? And we didn't realize it was connected to the Trump Hotel. Well, we're peeking in, right? Because they didn't tear it down yet. So we're peeking in. We're looking. Next thing, all these helicopters just start flying around. I was like, dude, what? I'm just looking, man.
Good lord, dude.
Trying to break her out there. But yeah, I want to see if I can find pictures of the WB store.
And see, it was WB store, the Disney store, and then there was KB Toys.
Dude.
Now that one, I was between that and Toys R Us, fighting for who had the most overpriced crap.
Funny enough, I bought my first N64 from KB Toys. In fact, I actually have that. I kind of want to pull that thing out.
I have mine in my boxes somewhere. For what was it?
Oh, you guys entertain the chat. I gotta pull this thing out real quick.
All right.
Oh man, I don't even
Yeah,
have.
I got mine
chat.
for
Hold
Christmas.
on. Is it on Twitch or YouTube? The stream. I'm having trouble
Both.
finding
Both, I think. I pay attention to I can't really pay attention to chats, but I believe it's more YouTube.
Alright, so for some reason, yeah, there's more chat on YouTube, John. Just look up Shade Safe Studios. I forgot to. I'd be remiss if I don't post the normal message we have to post. But I can't get my camera to work on Discord for some reason. Some reason, guys. So, stream, you'll be able to see this, just not you guys in the Discord. But John, you've seen it like 500 times anyway. Probably 500 plus. This is my baby. Got this from KB Toys, and then for some strange reason, I slapped Digimon stickers on it. I don't know why I did.
Oh yeah, there's your classic. I was able to pull up the stream. I got it.
Yeah, this is my baby, man. I love this thing. The red one. I wanted the blue one, but they were like, yeah, you get the red one or you get the purple one. I was like, I'll take red, please.
Yep. Good old classics though.
Dude, I loved this thing. It was just hours on Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Taking the same pictures like the same 5 Pokemon for hours, dude. Dude, it's just the whole time. There we go. Boom. Look at that. I didn't forget Evan. I promise. I can't find any good pictures of the WB store. Like, all ridiculously small. Suncoast. Suncoast was another good place. I actually liked Suncoast. It's this one. I can't find a good one.
I think what else. So I was looking through old ads earlier today, and I remembered. I totally forgot about this. There was a segment on Nickelodeon called the Nickelode Zone, which was their extended by an hour segment of Nickelodeon. Only enough for 2 shows. And one of them I heard was Cousin Skeeter.
Oh my god, Cousin Skeeter, dude. I got one.
I'm one of the few.
Go ahead.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
I'm one of the few people that actually like that show.
I used to love that show. I just have one question. Why was he a puppet?
I don't know.
That was
Because reasons.
because 90s, that's why. For all you zoomers out there, you youngins. So there's this show called Cousin Skeeter. And it was like this normal family, and then for some reason the cousin was a puppet. Unbeknownst to us, we never knew. We don't know why. They never mentioned why. It was just this random puppet that was the cousin. That was the cousin. It was
Yeah.
very, very interesting. I actually completely forgot about that show until you brought it up.
Theme song was lit though.
It was. The theme song was a bop.
Mm-hmm.
And then there he goes again. I don't know why he's doing it. And then obviously we could talk about Pokemon, but that's old news. Does
Yeah, we
anybody
can
remember?
dive to it into a bit more.
Yeah, we can. But does anybody remember the Brothers Garcia, or was that just me?
Yes, I remember that one.
I do
Oh,
remember
dude,
that
dang
show.
it, dude. George Lopez was the principal.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good show, man. That was a really good show. And then Pokemon. I remember it's a good YouTube video out there where somebody did like an actual comparison between the anime of Pokemon and the anime of Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of like with Pokemon, both were great, right? But
Yeah.
with Pokemon, it's like you feel like you can miss some episodes and you didn't miss anything. With Digimon, if you missed an episode, you were screwed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And listen to this, chat. This was before DVRs, so if you didn't know
This
how
is
to record off your TV, you were screwed.
Hashtag,
and
look
also
at
there
them
was,
youngins.
yeah, and there was no, there was actually two ways you could actually catch up. Either one, no, actually three. One, a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Two, pray for a VHS release.
Yep.
Or three, pray that they would replay the episode,
Can't
which they
relate.
normally would before the new episode showed.
Yeah. Or actually, wait. There's one more option. You had to pray that, along with the VHS release, you had to pray that Blockbuster had it.
Oh yeah, because they always sold out.
They did everything. Like people would literally. I think people were camping out in front of Blockbuster just to get like these VHSs.
Star Wars, especially. Oh my god.
It was always going. You never had a star. That we had a queue. Right. This is before we knew what queuing up was back in the day. We had a queue of people just easy, like 200, 300 names on that list for Star Wars.
And it would be sold. It wouldn't be available for months.
You literally have to be there like when the door opened, or you were done. Like you were not getting Star Wars. Dude, I miss Blockbuster. That was the way. That was the one way you could find out if you liked the game before you bought it.
Yeah. And speaking of Pokemon Snap that we talked about earlier, remember those kiosks?
Yeah, I do.
Those shits were pretty fucking cool until the controller broke.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And they would always break because kids were yanking on it and fighting over it because they all wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
This stream makes me want to hook up this. Dude, I should call this number and see if it's still active until my N64 is acting up. She'd be like, hey, if I send in my N64, can you guys fix it for me?
I'm thinking if somewhere in my storage I got my N64, it's either going to end up being hooked up at some point, or it's going to become a display piece along with my games and controllers.
That's what I did. I have this little cabinet I got from IKEA that has like glass shelves and it's glass all the way around, and all of my old game systems, all my originals are shoved in there.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up getting one of those.
And it's just a shrine to it now. And I might have to retire this hacked 3DS too. I mean, it's not hacked. If anybody's listening in, totally not hacked. It's normal 3DS. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, do you guys remember when you would get like if you ordered something from Pizza Hut, they came with like the demo discs?
Oh yeah.
PS1.
Oh yeah.
Crash Bandicoot games.
Yep. There was that. They also had the reading challenge for Pizza Hut.
Oh my god.
It was really, if you read like a certain amount of books, you get a free personal pizza.
I remember, dude, like the 90s were all about, we're going to get our kids educated in reading. Like, I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna get our kids educated. Yet still, as adults, no one knows how to spell worth a shit.
I know, right? All that reading we did in the 90s, guess what? It didn't pay off.
Yeah.
We can't spell worth
LeVar
anything.
Burton. LeVar Burton's so disappointed.
Dude, we have to see him at the con. I should just walk up to him and be like, I'm sorry, I failed you. Oh,
For what? I can't spell.
I can't spell and I barely like to read anymore. You just see like a single tear just shed down his eye.
Like that, like the Indian,
Oh.
like the Indian in the environmental commercial.
Yeah. You guys remember the old Mazda commercials? No, that wasn't Mazda. It was. I don't even think they make this car anymore. A Zuzu. And they'd have the zoom commercials.
Shit.
Mazda?
It was either Mazda or a Zuzu, dude. I can't remember. I don't even think Plymouths are even a car anymore.
Oh, we're going back real quick to Pizza Hut. They actually brought back their old logo.
They did.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool for them. Cause you know I wasn't digging the whole new thing. I kind of like their old logo. Dude, Pizza Hut was bomb in the 90s. It was so good.
Was.
Like when you were getting Pizza Hut in the 90s, you were happy. You were hyped. And now everyone's like, "Ugh, Pizza Hut." Well, you know, it's
The formula changed,
the
definitely.
formula
Yeah, it
changed, mass consumerism. You know,
I still love their breadsticks.
their breadsticks are amazing. Wait, they still make a Zuzu's? What? Well, I was very wrong. Apparently, they still make a Zuzu's. Well, I think we just found my next car, chat, when I need one.
I always say, well, a car that I want to own so bad is a DeLorean.
Yeah, that's something I kind of want to put together.
Oh, god damn it, me. I'm also kind of playing Mario Maker right now, and I like doing the speedrun levels.
Oh, yeah,
And
they're good.
I missed a kicking a shell, and it screwed me over.
You guys remember the colored ketchup?
Oh my god, the purple and the green ketchup.
Those are coming back from what I heard. They actually.
Oh my god, are they?
Nickelodeon is re-releasing the green one for Slime, obviously.
That is awesome, dude. It's like, dude, purple ketchup on the fries. It was like the most disgusting looking thing ever. And then
It tasted nasty too.
It did. I don't know what they did to it too. It tasted like hot garbage. For those of you who weren't around in the 90s to be able to taste this crap, it was what I said it was. It was crap. It's literally awful.
Yeah, because I was one of the sites that I write for retro stuff. One of the forums was like, "Oh, they're bringing the colored ketchup back." I'm like, what idiot thinks that this was a good idea?
I just found the high C that was like the Ghostbusters crossover.
Oh, Ecto Cooler.
Yep, Ecto Cooler. Anybody else remember Dunkaroos?
Yes,
They were so good.
they still make them. Though it's like some other country.
I might have to import.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what got me mad?
Huh.
I remember one day I was walking through the supermarket and I look at a box of Oreos cereal and they were like, brand new. I'm like, you lie. You're filled with lies because I remember you way back in the day from like 2000 something.
That and French toast. At least French toast crunch. It didn't say it's brand new.
Right.
But yeah, one of the though I wouldn't call it. This is like early 2000s. There's two Pepsi products that I miss so much that I wish they brought back to the States. Pepsi Twist,
Oh, yeah.
which was Pepsi with lemon in it. It was so damn good. And Pepsi Blue.
Pepsi Blue, dude.
That shit was good.
That was really good. Orbits. There was God, dude. What were those drinks? I think they were Arizona, but it was like rainfall and fire and all that stuff. Those drinks.
Zorbs?
Zorbs, yeah, Zorbs, dude.
I think that was the name of it. I could be wrong.
Let me Google it. No, wait, that's a giant ball I'm seeing.
And like,
I didn't ask for you, Google. Why did you just randomly come up? Oh, here we go. I found the picture. No, it was a Snapple. That's what it was.
oh, Snapple.
Yeah, Snapple Earth, Snapple Rain, Sun, Fire. Then every gas station had like the Arizona like nachos.
Yeah, I forgot they did Arizona did nachos.
They wonder why we eat like crap now. I blame the 90s.
Running in the 90s.
Yo, we did
That's
a lot
where
of
I
running
want
as
to
kids.
be.
We did a lot of running as kids. Like summertime, it was on. Summertime all day long until about like 10 o'clock at night because, we were kids and we didn't know what midnight was.
Yeah, backyard sports for me as a kid. In the summer, it was baseball. In the fall, it was in the fall and spring, it was football.
In the summer,
because winter we couldn't do anything because we'd be waist deep in snow.
Yeah.
If not more.
I remember for us in the summer it was getting skin grafts on your legs from the metal slides because they would burn every single piece of skin you had, or you would just sit on that thing and I literally think at one point you could hear your flesh sizzling on the slide because it was sliding down a baking sheet. It was literally sliding down a baking sheet.
Sure, I think actually sliding down a baking sheet would actually be less painful.
It probably was. That thing, I saw a meme earlier this year. It was like one man decided he hated kids and wanted to watch them all burn alive.
I was watching I was like over the weekend. Brony State showed Recess Schools Out.
Oh my god!
And when they showed the villain's big scheme, which was to alter the moon's orbit, I'm like, and you're gonna kill millions of people on the coast in the process doing this. Right. It's like I'm thinking, like, okay, how many of these villains actually really thought out their plan?
I don't think
especially if money is involved. It's like, okay, I'm gonna like do this to the environment or whatnot. It's like, you do realize you're probably gonna kill the people that you're trying to get money from, right?
Right.
I just want that one straight man just be in every super villain cartoon. They're like, are you sure this is a really good idea?
Just some guy in the background. I was like, you realize that's not gonna work out in the end, right?
It's because of that blasted so-and-so. Like, no, it's because this plan is stupid.
It's like, no, because your plan was dumb and you didn't think it all the way through. That's why. Speaking of Recess, hey, Randall. Hey, Randall.
Fuck off.
Hey, Randall.
That's not 90s. That's
Hey,
not
Randall.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
Related.
Randall.
Shut the fuck up,
Hey,
Joanna man.
Randall.
Shut the fuck up, Joanna man.
Hey, Randall.
Joanna man.
So in high school, someone looks at John and just goes, "You look like Randall from Recess." So we called him,
You know the
called
funny
him
thing
Randall
is-
for like how
the
long did we
funny
call
thing
you
is-
Randall for?
It happened for 2.5 years. Anyway, so it was started innocent enough. It was just like I was talking to the running back, the senior year running back. I was because like he was doing AP chemistry stuff, and I was just asking him some questions like, "Oh, okay, cool, that sounds cool." And then like he said it as an offhanded joke, 'cause like we and him were joking around. When he said it, the worst possible people entered the room.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like, he apologized. He's like, "I'm so sorry, Randall." I was like, "Oh my god, it's my nickname for football life, isn't it?" And like, yeah, he said, "Yeah, it is." I was like, "Well, shit,
And it spread
And who's
from
Finster?
football to the high school.
big oof."
I don't know. I don't think we really had one.
What? Had one what? A win?
No, we had wins. No, we're trying to think of like all the Recess characters, like who was who in our group. More or less, what was Evan?
Evan was Randall.
Oh my god, I have an embarrassing story, but I can't tell
I
it on
was-
stream.
I was thinking,
Story time. Story time.
Nah. What
Story
were you thinking,
time.
Justin? With a drown.
I was thinking that Evan's like the short kid with the glasses.
Gus?
Gus.
Everyone comment
Evan is-
story time. Everyone in the chat comment story time.
Chat, someone out there needs to draw Evan as Gus. Please do this for us. We need this to happen right now.
I'm about
Also-
to just send chat this fucking level. This
Also,
level's fucking like cancer.
There's a change.org petition to bring back the Snapple, Earth, Fire, Rain, and Sun. We should totally do that. I'm just saying.
This
Snapple will
level
listen to
is
us.
so bad.
Is it a Kaizo level?
No,
Send me the code and I'll play it after the stream.
play it on stream so you can just get the cancer in you.
Nah, we're talking 90s up in here, boys. Dude, what were some other 90s snacks they had?
Well, let me get to a 90s game console. Do you remember the Game Boy Color, the purple one that came with Mario, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe?
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah, I have that somewhere.
I had that one too.
Hmm.
Yo, do you guys remember Kid Cuisine?
That's still around. Yeah, I remember.
That was like
This-
the worst tasting stuff in the world.
I'll take the banquets.
0% fucking
The
clear
banquets.
rate.
I forgot about the banquets, dude.
And it's like
then-
which one's worse? A freaking
Chat,
that is
you're
the
getting
ultimate
this code.
question. That is the ultimate question. Which one's worse, the Kid Cuisine or the banquets?
I'll take the kids' cuisine being the worst one.
Yeah,
At least
I
can
don't.
eat the rest of them.
Right? I don't know what it was, dude. It was like I think it was the brownie. Like every time I got to the brownie, it was just hard. It was like it was stale. It was stale.
it was
chat.
terrible.
The brownie was stale. Like it was, you couldn't bite it. You literally almost lost all your teeth. Cause you gotta remember, this was the time, like you know we were going, you know, losing our teeth and stuff as kids. So you almost like there was a war in your mouth to eat one of those brownies. You guys remember the 3D Doritos?
Oh
Bring
yeah.
them back.
Which fingers?
Right on the fingers and you would just eat them. Dude, remember like the canister those things came in?
Yep.
Those things are awesome. Yeah, bring those back, dude.
Level code is in chat because there's only 247 clears, and on the attempts, it makes it say 0% because of the amount of attempts there is.
Dude, I'm looking at pictures of Kid Cuisines right now. My mouth is starting to hurt.
This level hurts.
Dude, my mouth is hurting. Dude, Kid Cuisines were just, I don't know.
Their desserts were nasty as hell.
They were, dude. It was just every time. Didn't one of them have
Thankfully-
like pudding?
Yeah, the pudding was disgusting.
We
Dude,
don't like to talk about the
I
desserts.
remember I got the
in this
pudding,
house.
and it had like a skim on top of it, and I was like, Dude, I just threw it out. That was the absolute last time I ate a kid cuisine, like
And then I
100%.
switched over to Hungry Man's as I got when I got older and those came out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Good old Hungry Man.
Oh, dude, I remember those Kadoo bars. To get these M&M Snickers and Dove chocolate Kadoo bars.
And what was it also? The Wonder Balls.
The one, dude, I used to love those things.
They brought them back, but they're not as good as I remembered them.
I'm going through the internet and I just found a GIF of the Rugrats watches from Burger King.
Do you remember the SpongeBob watches from Burger King?
Dude, didn't
I remember both.
I remember both, dude. Like, no, all right. Burger King was hustling back then, dude. They were busting it to get kids to come in. Foods from your childhood, but I don't live in the UK though. That's the problem. I live in America, the better version of the UK. Spaghettios.
Oh, the weird shaped SpaghettiOs.
Dude, that was like the can of like the nastiest stuff.
It was. Trying to think what else was there. All the weird contests that some of them had though too. Like they partner up with Kids WB or Nickelodeon.
Yeah, they're like, you could win a trip to do this, and it's like, guys, remember the Nickelodeon Resort?
Yep.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
That
Yeah, they got rid of that.
it's like a Holiday Inn now or something like that.
Yeah, it got transformed into a Holiday Inn, and the time capsule is now in the California studios,
That's awesome.
where it will remain.
Because that was like the one thing I was wondering. I found out that like when I went to Florida one year to go to Disney on my spring break, I remember we went to Universal, and peeking back there, it was nuts because I was like, dude, this place used to be filled with kids and running around and all the slime and stuff, and now it's just like this weird dead wasteland.
Okay, I have a story. This is when I graduated in 2010. I was given a choice of either a party or I go to Florida for like a week,
Yeah,
do whatever. I chose to go to Florida. I wanted to go to Universal Studios so I can go see the original so I can go see the place where Nickelodeon Studios once stood.
yeah.
But here's the kicker: the place was weirdly, confusingly formatted, or at least laid out.
Yeah,
I ended up going to Islands of Adventure instead.
I happened to stumble upon it by dumb luck.
And I was like, sweet, I get to go. It's like, I was happy. Then I realized, oh crap, I'm in the wrong part. And I got happy again because I was able to go to the Harry Potter park. Like when it first opened.
That's awesome.
So it worked out in the end.
Yeah, at least it worked out in the end. But yeah, I just happened to find it by dumb luck. I was like, dude, what's behind this wall? And I'm like peeking behind the wall. I'm like, holy crap, I'm gonna go in there. And it was just like, people were like, oh, you want to go see the Blue Man Group? And I was like, I got things I got to do. Thanks for the offer, y'all. I'll see you guys later. I just like walked away from them. Lifesavers holes. I remember those.
Oh yeah. Those lifesaver holes.
Didn't
Oh,
they
the
have like?
freaking Willy Wonka commercials. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, those things were awesome. Didn't they have like mint M and M's or something like that, or like
Yeah, they
mint
did.
Skittles?
They and uh and crunchy M&Ms.
Yep.
A lot of them are being brought back.
If you go to the store in New York, it's nuts. They just have like walls and walls of these random flavors, and then him and I bought John. What did we buy? Like 2 pounds worth of M&Ms.
I don't want to talk about it.
We bought like 2 pounds worth of M&Ms, dude.
Oh, we got someone that wants to join.
Oh, we do. Oh, it's Courtney. I
Yep.
think this is the first time John will get to meet Courtney.
Hello,
Welcome.
Courtney.
Hi guys.
We're talking about mint
Hey-o.
M&Ms.
Mint
Yeah.
M&Ms?
Yep.
Oh god, no.
No, what they need to bring back, they need to bring back those sour balls that came in the tins.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember those at all.
They went from like everything 90s to like now we're just talking about 90s foods.
Oh,
okay.
we'll probably stream back into something, into another subject.
Yeah.
Was I the only one who, like, I'm pretty sure this is either like really early 2000s, but remember when they made ketchup like green and
Yeah, we
purple?
talked about
We
that.
talked about that.
I loved that thing so much to the point I got sick of them, and I'm just like, oh god, I can't eat these anymore.
You're the only one that I've heard of that actually liked that crap.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like I used to like beg my grandparents just to buy it whenever I was staying up north with them, and then I ate it so much it's just like, okay, now I can't do this anymore.
I never liked that purple ketchup. It tastes awful.
I like the green one. That was the one I always got.
But since we're still in summer, did you guys know that Nick in the Afternoon is originally a summer block that they showed throughout summer vacation for most kids, which was
Really?
from June to September.
No, actually, I
I
never.
didn't know that.
Well, then again, for me and my family, they were more of keeping me, like making sure I was into books and reading and kind of be ahead of everybody in the game, ahead of the ball game to say. But that's the one thing I don't remember.
Well, I got kicked out of 3 daycares, and teachers gave up on teaching me certain things. So,
You got a cookie?
When I was a kid, I went to this like Catholic school. This is 90s related. I went to this like Catholic school, like preschool thing, and I slapped the teacher.
Oh god.
I was hiding under the table
I
because I
was
was
a
scared.
good noodle.
Because I was scared, and she pulled my legs, and I just reached up and slapped her, dude. It was, oh my god.
let's see. I was just a horrible kid to other kids because I'm a dick.
See, for me, like I was a good kid in preschool. Like the only thing was like it only happened in elementary school where I started being slightly troublesome because I used to balance on the back of my chair, turn it upside down, and just balance on it because I was bored. And they're like, "What the heck are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I don't know."
Yeah, when I was in North Carolina, they this was before I got diagnosed and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they thought I was a troublemaking kid, so they put me in with the juvenile kid, with like the juvie kids.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah,
This is slightly 90s related. My preschool caught on fire once. Someone threw something into the air shaft, which is where we were all taking a nap at the moment, and it caught
Oh.
fire while we were taking a nap, and the alarms woke us all up. We're just like, we thought it was like a fire drill, and we were all really mad that we got woken up because of a fire drill. I was the only one who turned around and saw something orange and flickering in the air shaft. I was just like, oh. That was the first time I ever saw an actual fire in my school.
I got something 90s related. In the 90s, our neighborhood Burger King burnt down. So this is the third time it happened, so the fire company just moved next door to the Burger King.
They're like, okay, this is the third time, y'all. Okay, we're just gonna move next to y'all just to be safe.
Oh, right. So they got the idea. Maybe they'll do that with a grown up Discovery Zone.
The butter is just pounds and pounds of butter.
No, every time they gotta have over the speaker. What was his name?
Frank, we got another code for.
They just have what's his name? The guy that played the Godfather.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They just play a clip over like get the butter.
It's like, could you imagine just being it's like your first day, your orientation, and then you see some guy wheeling like 40 pounds of butter, and they're like, what's that for? And he was like, you'll find out later, kid.
Oh, gosh.
And then it's like, code 4, you're going to find out now, kid.
It's some like fat ass neck beard.
Some, like,
Sticking it like
300 pound neck
face,
beard.
like face down, ass up in the tube.
Oh, jeez.
There's like 5 other people trying to push him through behind him.
Or pull him out. And it's like next thing new kid goes up with the butter. Goes on next year.
Oh. He just quits his job that day.
Yeah. I had to quit. Like I said, I had to quit the one I did for main event because I was literally about to go insane. There, it's like I cannot do it anymore.
I understand because like the one that opened up in like northern Delaware or whatever, really.
Yeah.
Like the first day, like they literally had like a line going. I don't even know how far this line was going. It was nuts. Literally, it was like 14. It was older people and like younger teenagers. And, you know, that crowd definitely does not mix very well. Of like, you know,
Yeah.
mid to late 20s and younger teenagers. It was nuts. I haven't been back since, so.
They there were a few good benefits to that place. I will admit, the benefits for there were actually pretty nice. And also there was it was also a Poke Gym.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I would drop off a Pokemon at right before shift. Check on it at lunch. Check on it at clock out. But yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, you know, that's where I'm at with my job. Speaking of random Pokemon things, I just happen to remember. Does anybody remember the floppy disk Pokemon thing?
Yes.
No.
Dude, mine's got stuck in the computer.
It will
Wow.
never leave.
My mom was like, you know, you're never putting this back in the computer, right? I was like, no. And then they came out with a new one. I was like, Mom, buy me this. Yo, but what was that Pokemon? They had like a computer thing. It was like a junior, almost like graphic design Pokemon CD thing where it's like, you can make cool birthday cards and stuff.
Oh, one
I
of
have
those.
no idea.
I remember that. There was that, and then there was one that'll teach you how to play the card game.
Oh my god, I used to play that thing so much it was stupid.
The card game?
The card games,
The card game CDs, which is like you can easily beat the living crap out of anyone in there.
You could, like, all the trainers were just like numbskulls. It was.
Though I do play it now, but it was 20 years in the making. I actually started playing.
20 years later, yes, I'm gonna play now.
Believe it or not, like I never got into the Pokemon craze until I saw the Pokemon First movie. And what it's funny to say, like everyone was like they got so into Pokemon and everything like that. They started crying when Ash died. I'm just here just going like, I don't get it.
You didn't watch the show. You didn't understand.
Exactly. I'm just like,
My theater was weird. What do you want, dog? My theater was weird because like the kids just started laughing, and I'm like, what is wrong with us?
Well, that's one way to get stoned.
They were just like, oh, this is so
Boo.
dumb, and I'm like, boo. That's boo.
Actually, I can't remember how I felt at that moment.
I don't feel that. How's the level coming,
But
John?
I'm on a different level, and it's even more AIDS.
and speaking of in speaking of 90s shows, Power Rangers.
Never got into Power Rangers. Still don't care to this day.
Same.
At least I'm not the only one.
Blasphemous.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
I could never get into Power Rangers. Like I looked at one episode and just like, no, ew.
It's funny enough. When
I was just underwhelmed.
when I got older, I went to a friend's youth group because he didn't want to go alone. And where we were at, the church had old Power Rangers VHSs and DVDs. So we would tune in and watch it and just make fun of it. And it's funny how now I own the legacy version of the original Morpher, 2 signed figures.
Fuck off.
Awesome.
Not you. This level.
Oh,
Second one I just got signed yesterday.
nice.
Yeah, the con you went to. I'm sad I'm gonna miss the con stream. I kind of want to hear all the stories.
Yeah, you guys had to, for viewers, you had to tune in next week to hear more con stuff, and I got oodles and oodles of stuff that will be fun to mess with people with.
I don't go to con because I have no life.
I was kind of hoping chat would pop off earlier.
Wait,
though, I'm not gonna lie.
Wait a second. I just realized something.
What?
Is JJ Doodles? Because I can't see anything
Yeah.
else, and I'm so bad with names. Is your picture supposed to be Guy Fieri and Big Al from Big Al's Toy Barn combined?
Yep.
I love it.
Guy Fieri actually shared that picture. I'm like, okay, I need this.
Pokemon Project Studio. That's what it was.
Oh.
Sorry.
Then there was also the same concept, but with Nickelodeon.
Yeah. I had the
That one had
Pokemon one, dude.
Yeah.
Stickly, dude. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! Like going back,
Frickin'
through all the
popsicle stick.
memories. I'm going back through like all the commercials you used to watch and everything on TV, and I don't know why, but the first one that comes to mind is like after like watching like some like the Nickelodeon shows like Guts, Double Dare, all that jazz. How they used to bring up AOL.
Oh yeah.
I remember the whole
We get all
AOL thing.
We,
I'm just
we
like,
get
why?
those discs in the mail like every month.
Yo, first off, these kids today will never understand what the pain of dial-up was. You would be in the middle of something, and the next thing you know, a freaking phone call will come through, and that was it. It was gone. All of it.
Damn it!
Yep. I'm just like, oh, why? Why did you do this to me? Why?
You kids in chat will never understand how painful it was to have dial-up. Youngins.
You whippersnappers.
It's just like, oh, I got to go online and play some game. Dial up because of like my a phone call comes in. It's like,
It would take like an hour. It would take an hour to connect. And then the minute you just got right to Google, that was it. Phone call.
God.
I remember my grandma called once. I picked up. I was like, "Why did you do this to me?" It's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know." I was like, "You should know better."
Okay. Okay. I want to say this is another like early 2000s thing, but Okay, was I the only one who got like pranked / scared by one of those computer pranks? That's like, what's wrong with this picture? Scary maze, all that jazz.
Yep.
Oh, those are
Oh,
classics.
those are classic.
I got scared by the what's wrong with this picture one because I kept hearing like the sound of like the scream noise, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So, I
It was a
looked.
carton.
Huh?
God's my turn now.
Press F.
F,
F.
I
but
lived.
Then we got no. For me, it was the car commercial that got my ass.
oh god.
Wait, which one?
The car commercial.
This car commercial. It's like supposed to be a German one. It's just like a car going by and then it disappears, and then a zombie face comes up out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Believe it or not, like the what's wrong with this picture one, I used to think it was actually a picture of a dining room that my dad was gonna have us remodel the dining room into. I'm like, oh, this is cool. My mom's like, keep looking at the picture. I'm just like, okay, why do I need to keep looking? The scream happens. I'm crying. I just,
No,
I'm
what
just
my
like,
mom did once.
I'm like, we need to punish Daddy right now.
My for those that didn't know or don't know, growing up, I was and still kind of am a huge Backstreet Boys fan. And
Right on.
my mom would go. This one day, she goes and says, "Hey, Justin, Backstreet Boys is on." I go running out of my room. I'm like, "Really?" Next thing I see is Sir Mix-a-Lot dancing on a giant ass. I was so mad.
I want some more context for that.
Yeah.
So, what I'm getting from that is you do not like big butts and you cannot lie.
Well, you otherwise can't deny.
Dude, could you imagine wanting to see the Backstreet Boys in there?
So yeah, I got tricked into seeing a Sir Mix-a-Lot video for Baby Got Back.
You were not a happy camper that day, were you?
Nobody laughed my ass off about it to this day.
There's
Because that was some
someone-
funny shit.
There's someone, not mentioning any names or Discord names, in this call with us right now, though. And I just met you two pretty much recently. So I think by process of elimination, we can figure it out. But this guy tried to get me with one of those mazes, too. Again, not mentioning any names, just trying to keep it safe around here. But, I think we can all point fingers as to who it was.
They know who it is.
They know who they are.
Huh?
The guy with two, the only person in this chat right now with numbers in their name. But again, not
Whoa.
mentioning any names.
Is it also a guy who just tied a world record on a speed run?
Yeah, but not mentioning any names.
I guess that narrows it down then.
Darn it, Darren! Yeah, he tried to get me with one of those maze things. Speaking of high school, does anybody else remember the game?
Fuck
Oh,
you!
Damn it.
No! Why? I hate you!
I lasted a year. Thank you very much.
Yeah, blame this man now.
Triple kill.
3 years. 3 years.
Yeah.
Triple kill.
I hate you with a burning passion.
No, you might have gotten
I
more
got
in the
the
chat.
people in the chat. Killing spree. Killing frenzy.
Kill-tacular.
Kill ta- Unfreaking believable.
I'm Batman. If anyone remembers Dick Figures, because
Dick
that was
Figures
No.
is awesome.
Yep.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm so happy I remembered the name of that thing. Now I'm trying to find the Pokemon Project Studio thing so I can download it. They gave you
Yeah,
like
because
a
those things
program-
look like freaks of nature. The trainers look like freaks of nature.
They did. Do you guys remember the Pokemon puzzle game?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Also, who remembers Hey You Pikachu?
I did. The
Thing,
little bastard didn't listen to me worth a shit.
the thing that got so triggered every time you mentioned Sony, it would get triggered. This is
No,
before
I
Xbox
used to see
chat.
people. Huh?
So this is before Xbox chat. Put that in the context.
Big goof.
My Pikachu never listened to me either.
I didn't play the game. I only watched my cousins play it, and I'm just like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I used to get so bored so quick and be like, okay, so let's put on Super Mario 64, please.
Or Smash Bros.
Or Smash
Or,
Bros.
well,
Definitely Smash
Or
Bros.
Pokemon Stadium.
okay, so I never had Smash Bros on the N64 because my cousins never had it. I only got started with Smash Bros in Melee.
For me, it was my buddy who had the original, and we would play that shit in his little hideout they had.
Yo, having hideouts in the 90s was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, we would. It was like, it was nice. I'm not gonna lie.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna fly the entire crew up to Philly and just build one giant pillow fort. We're doing it in John's house.
Man,
No,
you're allergic to my house. Hold on a second here.
I'll suffer, dude.
For us, it was actually
know I
not
love
so much
Claire.
forts. It was actually tree houses. I used to love going to South Carolina to my uncle's house, and they used to have a giant tree house right in the middle of the front yard. And I used to try to climb up there so much, but I used to like chicken out and climb back down. But it's like that was the biggest thing. No one in my neighborhood had a tree house, and I wanted one so bad.
See, the trees up here just tried to kill us.
Yeah, we claimed a hollowed out tree that had like a whole bunch of open air. There was like this like tree surrounded by a whole bunch of sticks and bushes in this backfield before they built a giant there, and we kind of just hung out in there.
We claimed the top of this guy's Jeep Wrangler. Hey, man, he left it outside. This thing is sitting on my desk and now I'm nervous.
Okay, so real quick question. For all 90s kids, who grew up on what most? Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
Nickelodeon, but also both.
Both. Both is good. Well,
So-
although I also had also there
Excellent
was
reference.
there was also Kids WB
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and Fox Kids.
WCW Nitro. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, that's the wrong thing.
I only had PBS.
And PBS.
Back to failing LeVar Burton all over again.
Okay, Nickelodeon. I grew up with Blue's Clues and Barney. Are there any shows that y'all grew up with that you look back and cringe on badly?
No.
A majority of the Nicktoons lineup.
Yeah. No, alright, the thing that creeps me out now that did when I was a kid was Face.
Oh,
No,
I remember
Yo, that dude creeps
Funny.
me out now.
Want to know something funny?
What?
Why?
You know how Nickelodeon brought back they have a retro block
Yeah.
Yeah.
for a New Year's special. It was Stickly doing the countdown, and one of the co-hosts on there was Face. And for New Year's, he was supposed to be Stick was supposed to be dipped in something, and he goes to like Face, any advice? Yeah, grow a pair.
What?
And then they showed him drunk. They showed Face drunk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know, that thing creeps me out. I'm not gonna lie. Like nowadays it does. Y'all remember how fat Pikachu was back in the day?
Yes.
Chunk.
I wanted a chubby.
Chonkachu.
I'm so
Chonkachu.
mad. I had an actual like Pikachu doll that was nice and big and chunky, even though it was really tiny, and it would make the little Pikachu sound. But like I found it in my memory chest a few years ago, and it still makes the Pikachu sound, but it sounds so distorted and creepy.
Yo, they got this thing that a new toy that's coming out called My Pal Pikachu. I know what you're talking about because I have one too. It's the Pikachu plush. You can press the button and it moves around, right? Yeah, they have that, but now it's a smaller toy, not a plush. And I was like, you kids are getting ripped off, and you will never know the real thing. I used to love the art on the '90s Pokemon cards.
Same. They actually, fun fact, they actually re-released those called Pokemon Evolutions.
Yeah, I saw that.
I have a couple of them, but I have some originals too.
I have a bunch of the originals.
I used to have a really old Pokemon card when I was a little girl. I think it was Jigglypuff, but then I lost it. No, it got ripped, and then I lost it.
Somebody stole my Charizard. I'm still bitter
I,
about
tra-
Oh.
that.
I traded my Charizard for an Ivysaur when I was a little kid.
I have a new one now that's actually from my one of my friends. It's Salamence, and it's one of my favorite dragons. So like, if anyone tries to steal it from me, I will be very angry.
Whole back page of my binder is dedicated to Eevee and Evolutions.
That's awesome.
I got some pretty rare
Yo.
ones too, and expensive ones.
Okay,
I got the original promo for Eevee,
Awesome.
and I got the Sylveon collection, which is a bitch to find.
Nice.
Oh, my favorite evolution.
Like the whole Sylveon collection of that and the other evolutions are like one card. I think it was like 40 something bucks. Okay, let me look. Hmm.
I used to collect a bunch of the cards just for the art. I was weird, but the art on them I thought were so cool back then. You had this Pikachu just like standing in the forest.
Yeah.
Like the purple
Alright.
sky.
Here's my question, and it's not 90s related.
Okay.
What is with all the Captain Sparkles quotes in the Mario Maker right now, and why has he became a meme? Please explain and discuss.
Because
Wait,
Minecraft is
who?
coming back.
Captain Sparkles.
Oh, I'm lost. I don't.
Screw him. We're petitioning for Filthy Frank to come back. Oh my god. Filthy Frank. You guys want to watch some toxic YouTube? There you go.
I might have to get ready to bounce because I gotta go let Bella out, and by the time I get back out, it might be even like past the stream, so I might just go ahead and just bow out now.
Alright,
All right,
thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out. Yes, indeed.
No problem. See y'all on the flip side.
Yep. Okay, so the collection that I got for the Sylveon stuff is going for like 50 bucks,
Wow.
if at least. And the box itself, like unopened,
Yeah.
is like one of the listings was like 300 something or 100.
This is going for like 300 something.
Well, like that's just one of them, but another one is like 130
That's
for the box
crazy.
for the Sylveon collection. I'm sitting on like $50 worth of cards for the whole set.
Trying to find this birthday Pikachu card. I just remember when Pokemon debuted, it blew up.
Oh,
And it was just everywhere.
It did. I love it.
Like you would just turn around everywhere you went, and there was just Pokemon.
What's hilarious though too is that it was when we've all been through the phase of like, oh, I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
And now we're in their 20s and we're like, oh shit, new Pokemon, do this, do that, do this, do that. And like, oh shit.
It was in high school, you know, because everybody just wanted to be super cool and be the popular one. And now we're in our 20s and we're like, we want it all back. Bring it all back. Bring every single ounce of it back. We want all the pieces of it. We want all the smoke from it. Just bring it back.
The full-on smoke.
That's what this whole stream was designed for, was just bringing it back.
Smoke. No.
I just, oh, dude, was anybody else a cool kid and brought their digivices to school?
I didn't have one.
I had one. That thing was, you just prayed that, like, you would pray that the eggs wouldn't hatch or you wouldn't encounter a battle when you're walking through school.
Oh, no, I think I had one. It was Gen 2 that I had.
I had one Gen 1 one. I couldn't find it. And then I had a Gen 2 and then a Gen 3. Those things, like, if it went off, like, you just knew you were screwed and you weren't getting it back until the end of the day. But it was, like, the only way that you could actually have your digivice for you. Hey, guys, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? It's time for the Final Five.
That's
Time for
all.
Final
Yeah.
Five.
The clock noise, and I was like, oh well. Welcome to the Final Five. I guess we'll start off with Scruff. It's gonna be a
All right,
short Final Five, but you know we gotta do
right.
it. So
All right. So
Scruff.
what's my topic right now? Just anything.
Nothing. Just update you on what you're doing, man. What are you doing?
Well, just wanted to say thank you for everybody coming out tonight. You know, had to step away from the PlayStation for a little bit. Gotta, you know, keep up with my top 5% status on Crash Team Racing. Yep. Did I tell you that, dude? I'm top 5% in the world on Crash Team Racing right now.
He's lying. Anyway, continue.
I'm not lying. I got the champion card.
You have a minute. Keep going.
Yeah, whatever. Well, anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Look forward to doing this again sometime. More topics coming, more fun, and yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to give everybody in this chat a follow.
Ring that bell. All right, we're gonna go with Jablonski next. Your time starts now.
Now.
All right. Well, first off, I had an amazing time at Comic-Con yesterday. You'll hear more about that in my haul next week. Working on some stuff. And also just trying to get by. And to remember, children, drink your motherfucking drugs.
There it is. And I will go next, the last but not least. I'm not even going to set a timer because I'll be pretty quick. You know I'll do it in tradition.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. I will not be here next week or the week after. I'll be gone for 2 weeks. Good reasons. Thank
He's
you,
going
Evan.
to the land of the rising sun.
The rising sun. Thank you, Evan, for letting me host. I had a blast. Hopefully I could do it with this crew again. This is the most fun I had on the show. I want to give a big shout out and thanks to my co-host Jablonski. I had a lot of fun with you hosting these last 2 streams, man.
Yay.
There's some magic there, chat. You see that? There's some magic there. Yeah, look out for future projects. I still got my project with Cruiser that I have to write for. I might be teaming up with other people in the Shave Safe Studios to do some stuff with. Who knows? I'm going to be forcing John. I'm going to enable John's contract to do more videos with me.
Huh?
What? Yeah, so, and again, thanks to Evan for letting me host.
I have no I have no signing rights. Sorry, I'm a free agent now.
You didn't have to sign a contract. Remember, when Evan legally handed you over to me with a lifetime contract.
Wait, that's illegal.
It's not illegal. But does anybody else have anything else? Because I'm trying. Hey, man, look, I'm not the one that made the rules. All right, Evan made them. I'm trying to stretch this out for 2 more minutes. So We did our
Well,
final
hey,
fives.
we didn't have to worry about Evan trying to get everyone to follow my go to my Twitter or something this time. So hey,
Everybody thank Hoagie for coming out. I'm sorry, I
everybody
had to.
thank Joanna Man because he supplies us all with drugs.
Whoa. We can't say it on the internet.
What?
So I supplied them all with drugs. Not allegedly. Not true.
Allegedly.
No drugs here.
Okay, Mr. Jefferson. Okay.
All right. Thanks again, Evan, for letting me host. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, you losers.